What's happening? It's your man Lawrence back again. Los Angeles claims lives, people. Folks, remember that. Welcome in. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for clicking the button. I appreciate you coming in very, very much. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as always. Get ready to leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. What you think about everything going on with the game. Back part two, reaction to really not just his Drink Champs episode, but now just the whole shit this motherfucker has going on with Eminem, album promotion, shit like that. But LA claims lives. That's what I'm talking about today a little bit with the game. As the first hour really came to a close with his interview with Noriega and the Puerto Rican homie on Drink Champs, you realize the game is not really appreciative for sure towards Dr. Dre. Really, to me, that's cray cray. But they get into playing games now. As the second hour of their conversation, begins, and they kind of start with kind of a game of like this or that, I guess you could say, right? So like they asked him like Miami or Atlanta, and he didn't answer. They asked him, hate it, love it, or don't worry. I think that, yep. And then he says, hate it or love it. They asked this motherfucker Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood, and he says Menace to Society because Cuba jumped out. I guess that's his fucking rationale for why that movie's better. Like a bitch, like a bitch ass nigga, Cuba jumped out the car. So Menace to Society is better. I just like to say that Old Dog and Big Lips were, better at they shit than Cuba was at that point in time in its different eras. But I like that movie better too, but for different reasons. So they're talking about Tim's in the movie Juice. I don't know how that came. Those were some hard ass Tim that Tupac had on in the movie Juice. I mean, he loves him some Tupac, that's for sure. And Kanye West. He definitely loves Kanye West, and that's another tone that I'm picking up from the game right now. Is Kanye West is really influencing the game. Probably not just with music, but just literally how he looks at life every day right now. He's speaking a lot about the Illuminati, the way that the music industry holds people down, rappers down, and I definitely do agree with that shit. They do hold rappers down nonstop. It's well, man, mainly only black ones, but especially the black ones. And I guess that kind of goes into his little weavy he got going with Eminem right now, and we're gonna get into that for sure. But that's about loyalty or respect. He says loyalty because it's really the basis of respect, or you need it, and to even have respect to someone, you got to be loyal to them. I don't agree with that, but I do agree respect for me is over everything. That shit's utmost. Respect, if you don't respect me, fuck you, to be honest with you. Because I'm going to respect you until you disrespect me. And then that's usually when things get bad. So, he starts talking about being back in the days of his life. As Noriega asks him, and he stops him right then and there. He goes, well, back in the day, my life could be last Tuesday. He's such a exaggerator. I love you, game. But yeah, they start talking about back in the days, and he talks about the song with Drake, 100. That song was bad as fuck. I played that shit about 15 times back to back when that song came out. I'm not gonna lie. Every day I played that song, 100. All I ask is 100. Right? So he starts talking about that song, and Nori asks him, what really came about and was it real? Kind of brings up the situation with Sean Kingston. If some of you don't know, back in the day too, he had a situation where there was, I think Sean Kingston got shot at, or his crew got shot out, and they blamed the game and his, Paru gang. So they brought that up, and he's like, yeah, the song was real. You got a call about it at that time, right? When he made that song for Drake. Hey, Drake's out here like Biggie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You get your people together. We might need to write down this nigga. And then apparently he wanted to come to Drake and OVO and 40 and everybody that Drake fucks with, give them some best and make sure that their chest is protected. So they get into that story, and he says it's all real. It was something that he wanted to put out there. I thought that was snitching for me personally, or dry snitching when he puts out that song 100, and now for him to, maybe, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10 years later, I don't know, shit, come out and say that that was real shit, it was a real story, not just him, making a song. Kind of snitchy there, Jason. But to move on, he brings up OG Crip named Big U. And shout out to Big U. Shout out to the Blue. I wish I had my rag around here. But shout out to the Blue. Now, I wore red today for the game specifically. Just to give him some salutes, some props for this craziness that he has going on right now. But he talks about Big U, who's an OG Crip, one of the, I guess, one of the first waves of Crips back in the late '70s, early '80s. And this man is also the coach of my sons, is both of them, their Pop Warner football team. So I've kind of had some interactions with Big U. I've spoken to Big U. My children know Big U. So he brings him up and he tells really the world, or tries to tell us that he got into fights with the niggas in his gang, Pyru, straight up fades he had to catch because he took Nipsey Hussle on tour with him back in the day. And he's just constantly trying to say like he's the Tupac of this era, or that Kanye is the Dr. Dre of this era, and he's kind of like a Tupac, where he's gonna speak his mind on everything. He's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants to do, even if that includes him uh, taking Bloods, or excuse me, taking Crips with him on the road. So he gets fades with the Pyrus over there. He lost some homies over that. He keeps talking about the oracles of LA. You gotta call people when you get into LA, and that shit's not real. Oh shit! As a matter of fact, so yeah, respect to the blues. But yeah, you don't have to call people when you get to LA. We grown men. Well, everybody's a grown man. Fuck that shit. You go to LA, you go to LA. Whether you call somebody and told them, hey, I'm coming in, is it cool? That's some bitch shit. And two, that doesn't mean that that motherfucker won't run off on your ass with his whole gang or by himself and try to rob you or kill your ass. It doesn't mean shit. And it just, for me, diminishes you as a man when you feel the need that you have to call to another city because you're from Miami or you're from Toronto or you're from anywhere in that dirty ass New York. No disrespect. You have to call somebody here in LA just for the fact that you can walk around here. You can come get money. Not here. I'm in Vegas now, but you can come get money there in LA, and that's bullshit. Um, but he said that that happened, and he wrote that song. I guess a snitch. So they move on, and they really get into the Super Bowl again, and this is where shit gets interesting for me. So the game starts to talk about again the Super Bowl, how much he loved it. As I said before in the last video, he named why everybody was a safe rapper, and why he wasn't on there because he's not a safe rapper, because he doesn't keep his mouth closed, because he's ready to speak out on the industry and how they fake sales, buy sales for artists like Eminem, apparently. So I'm 40, 21, 22 years now. Apparently, the industry, Dr. Dre included, has just been buying Eminem's album sales, even though he just got his sixth diamond plaque. Diamond, 10 million. Not many people have one, period. Outkast has one. I don't think Jay-Z has a diamond album. But Lauryn Hill and the Fugees, like Pac has them like diamond, 10 million sold. He just got a sixth one yesterday. But I guess he was making music, and Eminem don't sell no fucking albums today. I'm Eminem's number one fucking homie. I love me some Eminem since day one. That white man can rap his ass off, and we're about to get into that. But he don't make any good. He makes good music still, but he ain't selling no records. He's not on the radio. He ain't making any videos. He ain't making it selling them diamond albums and shit. Came from times when motherfuckers was buying albums, game. And your newest song sucks ass. Have y'all seen that summer holiday vacation, whatever the fuck it's called? It's ridiculous, but it's likely on this new album that he's promoting with all this garbage that he's speaking and coming on to Drink Champs in the first place, and then starting a beef with Eminem. But he talks about the Compton Courthouse. And if you've never been to the Compton Courthouse, congratulations to you. Salute to you, because I have. He says that Eminem, the only thing he didn't like in the Super Bowl was Eminem stepping on the Compton Courthouse and it breaking. And now I watched the Super Bowl, I was jumping. I mean, honestly, at the halftime show of the Super Bowl, I was a little busy, but I still got the chance to see it. I don't remember seeing the Compton Courthouse fall at any time during that. But Game likes to just exaggerate shit. That's who he is. His name is is an exaggeration. So he says that Eminem stepped on the Compton Courthouse, it breaks, and you wouldn't understand that. It wouldn't affect you if you had not been a part of the Compton Courthouse life. And I have. And he said if you haven't gone to jail in a Compton Courthouse, or been sent to prison from a Compton Courthouse, haven't had your mother fight for custody over you in the Compton Courthouse, Compton, California. He's had his mother apparently fight for custody over him in the Compton courthouse. Maybe they were choosing Bloods and Crip sides because I think his daddy was a Crip and his mother was a Blood, and they was I don't know. But I too, for one, have fought a few tickets, and I have also fought for custody of my sons more times than I can count in the Compton courthouse. Now, my ex-wife and my children's mother, we no longer fight. We have a pretty good relationship. There's a friend, co-parentship today. Pretty good. My kids are almost grown, but I've been in that courthouse a lot of times. I've walked those steps a lot of times up to that Compton courthouse. They don't even check me. They don't even check me in Compton courthouse anymore. They don't even warrant me for a gun. They know me. What's up, Lawrence? What's up, Junior? When I come in, they don't even trip, man. So I've been there. I know what he's talking about. But I think it was just a reach for him to get into saying that he's not better than Eminem. He said, and I like Eminem. I like Eminem. He's one of those good rappers, great rappers. Figgy, figgy. He does that kind of shit. I really like Eminem, but I used to think Eminem was better than me. He says, and then Nori kind of starts to speak. He's like, he not. I'm like, oh shit, relax, gang, relax. Okay, he's not. Nori was like, but you don't want a versus with him. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Like I said, he's like a 12-year-old trapped in a 42-year-old man's body, and it's sad because I really really like the game. So for me in rap, the motherfuckers go like this: Eminem, the game, like DMX, like that, like those, like I don't know, but Eminem and the game are literally number one and number two for me in that order, in rap in history for me personally. So this is kind of weird for me to see that the game is now starting a beef with Eminem. One, when I know that he's not a better rapper than Eminem, no matter what way he tries to flip it, spin it, and trip it, he's not. And then two, the reasons that he's trying to do it, he knows that he's a white man, so it's going to be easy. He doesn't. He's probably deciding whether or not Eminem will retaliate, whether Eminem will put a song out against him, and they haven't got to that yet. And Nori said, you're not trying to do a verse and say you don't want the drama with him. And he's like, you trying to tell me I don't want to straight up fade with the white man? And Nori's like, nah, I'm just creating drama. And the game gets into saying that it's not drama. He says it's the bridge is over. The bridge is over. Trying to compare him and Eminem right now to MC Shan and my man Step Into a World, KRS-One. It's not that. And Eminem hasn't, put out a song for him. He hasn't put out a song against him. And if they did, Eminem would murder him. With a lot of, he'd murk his ass. It would be blood all over the records if he got into an actual track versus track battle with Eminem. So he needs to quit. I know it's album promotion, and that's what I'm realizing with this whole shit. Album promotion, and then Kanye West having him believing in the Illuminati. He's spending way too much time with Kanye West wearing snow boots and I don't know what else, snorting coke. So I don't fucking know, but they're doing it too much, and they need to stop because both of them are out of their mind right now. And with him talking about he's better than Eminem, let's see, he says he's not just trying to get a beef with Eminem, or he's not just saying he's better than Eminem. He's better than Eminem, him, and him, which I thought was actually a little, kind of clever little play on words there. Basically saying, whoever out there in the game wants it, they can come get it from him. All the way from the newest kid that's barely getting his deal signed and, oh, little poo-poo, you doing so good. Probably that's some person's girlfriend pumping up their man. Those are his words, not mine. Or Jay-Z and Nas. He doesn't give a fuck. Nobody can fuck with him in his current bag. Which is probably a purse. When men say that, I'm in my bag, I think you're in your purse at that point in time for me personally. So he wants it with Eminem right now. I would love to see it, to be honest with you. I would love for him to wake Eminem up and Eminem to light his ass up like he's due to really pretty much anybody that he ever got into a rap beef with. Personally, for me, I would be down for it. I don't think the game would be down for it when it's all said and done. But saying things like he's not better than him, or and I'm going to do a video on just the two of them very, very soon, outside of course, part 3 of this video, continuing with their interview in Drake Champs, which is amazing, basically. His brother, Wack 100, is coming in right now at the top of this next hour, so that's kind of going to be what my next video is focused on for that. But I'm going to do a separate video with this beef with the game against Eminem, because that's breaking my heart. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? It's really breaking my heart. But I would still love to see it, because I'm a man. I like confrontation. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment down at the bottom. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notifications if you enjoyed. And again, gang, stop the bullshit, man. The interview was great. It's taking a long time because, again, it is 4 hours. Interview was great. You aren't better than Marshall. And just leave that white man alone. Y'all be safe.